Okay, this is potentially going to be my quickest video walkthrough ever, but I had to come because, you know, these are all images that we already know and love. So it'd be a quick flip through, but I had to come and talk about this because if you follow my channel, you know that I don't read strictly Rider-Waite Smith. I know the system, I work with the system, it's a layer in the way that I process reading a card, but it's not my primary way of reading, and it's not, I'm not a big fan of the art of, Rider-Waite Smith. I appreciate Pamela Coleman Smith's art and her line drawings and things like that, and I tend to like her book illustrations more so than I particularly like the Rider-Waite Smith. So it's not. I know there's a lot of people who love everything to do with Rider-Waite Smith and the images and Pamela Coleman Smith and all of that stuff, and they're just, whoa, right? I'm just not that person. It is not a deck that I read with, right? I have 3 different versions, I think. I have there's an AGM English version that I absolutely love that came and then was pulled really quickly due to copyright things that I love. I have the Centennial version, which is my favorite coloration of the Rider-Waite Smith. And then the one that I keep out in my historical deck collection, my friend Patrick had given me, and this is Troco Rider-Waite. And this is, oh, I can't remember what, but this is not a, like this was produced in, I don't know what year. I want to say this was like the 70s. It's something like that, and it wasn't produced in, this was, I think, produced in Milan. I need to find out that information. But so this is when I keep out my historical deck collection. But it's a good example of, you know, it's just, for me, I'm just not a fan of the really bright yellows. And I know there's all kinds of colorations that you can get. There is a lot of yellow in the Rider-Waite Smith deck, and it can be garish and overpowering in my opinion, and just, you know, so it's not my favorite. I use it for teaching, obviously. I use it for you know, a part of the history of tarot, but it is not, I do not own a Rider-Waite Smith that I actually use in readings. That may change. I think I have found a Rider-Waite Smith deck that I actually love today. I just literally stumbled on this at my Barnes & Nobles, and I'm going to zoom in because, yes, it's tiny. It is a playing card deck size, and on playing cards, so they have put the Rider-Waite Smith images onto a Troco deck, so with all of the playing minors, card minors, as well as having the major arcana as you would to be able to play the game, and it gives you instructions on how to play the game. So the box is adorable. The lid is really loose. You definitely don't want to pick this up by the lid or you will drop it. The box is absolutely adorable. It's beautifully done. Pamela Coleman Smith's Rider-Waite playing card deck. Unique 78 card deck. Combines tarot and playing cards. Obviously, if you follow my channel, you know that I'm in the process of creating my own version of this, not with Rider-Waite Smith. This doesn't have any images on it. This is my test copy. But where I have the full playing card deck that is a fortune-telling deck, not a tarot, but it's tarot, playing cards, fortune-telling cards on the minors, and then a whole suit of the major. So I love decks, obviously, like this, that are combining these systems because they were combined originally. Certainly tarot and playing cards, right? Tarot are playing cards with a major arcana in a trick-taking game. And so this is, I think, adorable. And then, so then on the back side it says the same. This unique, which we already talked about. It uses the 22 majors, 52 minor arcana combined with a matching playing card indices, and the 4 knights they have as the jokers, so that you can have the knights, but obviously you don't have the knights in playing card deck. This deck also includes a 56 card instruction booklet featuring 2 tarot games, and then the card meanings for tarot. It's adorable. It's adorable. US Games is adorable. The little booklet is adorable. I love little things. I love playing card size decks. But just in general, anything mini, I'm a huge fan of. And so we have, let me get my glasses on because it is mini. So it talks about what we just talked about, and then it talks about the game of tarot. This trick-taking game, played with 78 cards, is also known as Le Tarot, Jeu de Tarot, Taroki, or Tarochi, I'm never sure how to say that, trumps, tarot, etc. These are the most basic rules. Hundreds of variations exist. It's easy and a lot of fun. Hands move quickly, skill derives from plays that maximize points, and it shows you how to play it. I am super excited to be able to do that. And then it gives you another tarot rummy. Now I love rummy games, and so there's a tarot rummy. I'm definitely going to try that out. And then it has sort of just keyword meanings for the like the moon is hidden enemies, danger, calumny, darkness, terror, deception, and error. This is it. Like I definitely do not read the moon that way, but there you go. So it has keywords for all of the cards, both regular and reversed, all the way through. And I think that is it. Yeah. So there's no spreads or anything like that. So cute. Come on, US Games. You've made an absolutely adorable little white book. I love it. I love it. Now look at these backs. See? I'm telling you, they pulled it off for me, what I didn't think was possible. Here is beautiful backings. I love these. They're absolutely gorgeous. And I even love the fronts. So in the fronts, obviously these are the majors. And they have the, interestingly, they have the cups, the wands, so they have the 4 elements, or the 4 suits as sort of the, you know, instead of having the suit there, the single suit, they have all 4 for the majors, which I love. But look at, like, this coloration looks to me, and I am not an expert, so we have people on YouTube who are rider-waite Smith experts. I'm not an expert, but it does seem to be similar to the Centennial coloration, which is my favorite of the colorations. It's definitely muted. You know, that's definitely quite bright, but it's got that softer, and it has sort of the texture in the backgrounds the way that the Centennial is. So to me, it seems like this is the Centennial coloration of the rider-waite Smith, which is again my favorite. So obviously it goes all the way through, and then it has the jokers for the knights. Now I actually think this is a good idea. In my deck I did a page, I just added pages in and have jacks for the knights, and then queens and kings. But I think this is actually, you know, because this makes this a full playing card deck. But then you have these jokers if you need a joker for a game, which I don't play any games that use jokers. But I actually kind of like the joker for a knight, because the jokers are often coming in and you know, shaking things up a little bit, right? And the knights are the movement, right, of the court. They're going out there and they're riding off and they're saving people and they're getting into trouble and they're all up to things. So I think that works quite well for jokers as the knights. Of course, then you can just shuffle those right in. So I actually quite like that idea. So again, love the backings. I haven't tried to shuffle this. It's not, It feels like their typical cardstock, but with, you know, you can have good cardstock, and when you shrink it into playing card, it's not good for shuffling playing card size. I really, really, really prefer a good, beautiful playing card stock for anything small like this, because otherwise it can get very difficult to riffle. My guess is this might be difficult to riffle, but we'll see. Let's just do a quick run through. Again, it's going to be the quickest ever walkthrough. You've all seen the Rider-Waite Smith you know, deck over and over and over again. Nothing new there. But again, with the majors, so we have the cards in the corners like I like, right? You need that for when you're playing games. You can kind of spread them out and see what you have. I love them in tarot decks as well. Baba Studios Tarot Prague has them in the corners like that, and I absolutely love that setup. So we have that, and again, I think it's a smart idea to have the 4 elements there. So obviously we have the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor. Again, I really like this coloration. It's muted. It goes with the, I don't know if it's picking up. Let me see if I have something really white. Yes, I do. If you look at something that's, yeah, you can see it there, right? So this is definitely like an parchment, almost like a parchment paper coloration, and then this is almost muted down to, even almost feels like maybe the transparency's down a little bit. It's not, I don't think, but it has that feeling where it really meshes into the background quite well, and I really like the look of it. It looks quite lovely. I mean, I literally kind of fanned it out right when I just got, I really was just picking up as a, I can't not, right? I'm a playing card collector. I'm a tarot collector. So yeah, I have one of my favorite and most used decks is the Arcana playing card deck by Dead on Paper. So I had to, of course, pick it up, but I didn't think it would be something I would use. I actually think I would use this. My birth card, not my favorite, Chariot. Love the strength. Obviously, strength is at 8 in the Rider-Waite Smith system. The Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. Again, I even like this, you know, small and kind of muted tones, and it really doesn't really look like it's just sitting there on the paper like a sticker. Like, it does look really nice. Like, it's quite well done in my opinion. Temperance. The Devil, Tower. Love the star. I do love the Rider-Waite Smith star. The Moon. You know, I'm not a fan of the babies on suns, but it is what it is. Very white, dead people coming from the graves. And the Beautiful World. This is quite lovely. So obviously that was the majors, and then we, you know, it's going through the minors. So it doesn't have the playing card suits that we're used to, all right, in certainly in English-speaking countries, and I believe those would have been French suits, right? But the Italian suits of the Wands, so we have those with their number. So we have the Ace of Wands. And then the King, because it's how you would get a playing card deck, the Queen, and then obviously let's pull these out here. Right, so then we would have the Knight as the Joker, and then we have the Jack as the Page. And then we do our 10s, our 9s, our 8s. Never understood that for an 8, but this is not the point. 7. I mean, look at that. It's really pretty. The coloration is soft. That is just really gorgeous. I like this Rider-Waite Smith deck. It's beautiful. It's soft. It's antique looking. It goes into the I like how they have aces high. It just works really well with the whole card setup, and the backs are gorgeous. Like, I really like this, right? So then we go to the Pentacles. Again, this is how playing card decks come. King, Queen, look how beautiful it is. Jack. Oops, let's put our Knight. There's our Knight. There's our Page. And then we have our 10. I love the 9. Pentacles, our hardworking 8. Patient 7. Generous 6. Disconnected 5. He doesn't even look so greedy in miniature. And I like the coloration again with that. Our stable money for me. Our helpful 3. Our balancing 2. And our potential and fullness of the Suit of Cups starts. And then we have our King. Again, really, I think it's quite lovely. There's our Knight of the Round Table with the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups. There's our Happily Ever After, our Wish Fulfillment. He's not quite as smug and annoying in miniature. I do love the 8. The 7. The Adorable 6. The Sad 5. The Not So Bored Looking in miniature for So Sweet. I do love that. 3 of Cups. 2 of Cups. And then to my beautiful Suit of Swords, the Ace, the lovely King, the lovely Queen, the very active Knight, the Page, the, I'm sorry that the suit of your mind ends with death, but the overwhelming 9, the you got this, you can figure this out 8, the look a little deeper 7, time to move on 6, at what cost 5, take a break 4, learn from your experiences 3, and bring your head and heart together 2 of Swords. It's really lovely. Let's zoom it out. It really is a lovely rider-waite Smith. I'm so excited to see. Will you shuffle? Yes, it's stiff. It's definitely stiff because, again, I like US Games cardstock, but that's in bigger form. But I think this is actually going to break in well. So it shuffles nice. It's definitely stiff. It's definitely a little. It's hard to get a bend on a short card, Whereas like I just got a plastic deck right here, and this is also 78. Yeah, 76, 77 cards. But see, you can get that really good bend with a good linen. Or even, this right here is just a good linen playing card stock, right? And you can get a good bend. That's not, let me feel it. Still easier, because that's a good playing card stock. Let's try this one now after. Yeah, it's definitely stiffer than it's not a playing card stock. I guess that's what my rambly self is trying to say. It's not a playing card stock. This is a tarot card stock in small size. And that's where if you're a creator creating your own small size tarot deck, I would always say if you're going to go into the playing card size, use a good playing card stock because then it shuffles well. But this, again, I like US Games card stock. It's just that it's small, and so you're not going to get the bend to it, so it kind of hurts your thumb to get a good bend. But it's still not bad. I'll take it. It's actually better than I thought it was going to be. Okay, let's zoom out to like my full table size. So we can see how nice it is to have a small deck. So we'll just do my typical present, past, future, fire, air, water, earth. Do this, don't do this. It's so cute and tiny, but also really attractive. Yep, you've done it, US Games. You have actually made a Rider's Waite Smith deck that I can say that I actually love. It's beautiful, it's muted, it's on playing cards, you can play the games, it's giving you the instruction for the games. I am definitely going to be trying the games out, and it's going to be awesome. So yeah, that's a huge win to me. I think it's adorable, and it's both adorable and it's one I would actually use. So yeah, I know there are people in there in the YouTube world that have followed me for a long time that are going to be utterly shocked. But there you go. There you have it. I have to be honest when this momentous occurrence has happened. Okay, see you later.